everyone, this is Betty. I'm a nutritionist and I help you heal chronic diseases. I help you transition to a plant-based lifestyle. If this topic is interesting for you, please keep watching. Today I'm coming to you talking about being vegan, being healthy in a cold climate. Is it true that we can't stay healthy or eat abundance of fruits because we are living in a cold climate? If this is interesting for you, please keep watching. I can tell you honestly, this topic is very dear to my heart because I am from Poland originally and I am from a cold country, so I understand the struggle. I know how difficult it is, so I'm really happy to talk about it today. A few things before I get to the point. Just because you're living in a cold climate doesn't mean you can't be healthy and you can't follow a high fruit diet. It's about choices. A lot. It's about what you are investing your money in. You might have to look more, deeper into produce that is around you, not only supermarkets, but also, farmers. I don't say that, if you live, I will give an example, a cold European country like Poland, you can't obviously ask a farmer for bananas like I can in Israel, because there are no bananas. So you can ask for other produce like apples, like forest fruits, which we don't have in Israel. You guys do. You guys in Europe have lots of amazing forest fruits, which are one of the best fruits on earth. So before we we get into the details, you always have to do your best. You can't really find excuses and say, I'm not living in Israel, or I don't live in Florida, so I can't really eat raw vegan or eat good food because I don't have access to it. You can. For example, this is a very winter-friendly smoothie. These are dates, spinach, and bananas. You have access to all these produces, so you can eat it even twice a day, a smoothie like this, and you're good. You can have 2 meals like this, and they are amazing. You can just switch the greens, you can add more different things inside, but this is the base, so cheers. Tip number 1, freeze as much food as you can when it is in season. So if you have pumpkin season, freeze the pumpkins, cook them, put them in the freezer. If you have strawberry season, buy them in abundance from everybody and freeze them. If it's cherry season, if it's whatever you have in Europe or in colder climates, just take it as much as you can and make something out of it. And I don't mean a traditional way of, adding sugar and making a jam, adding salt and making pickles. This is a very old school, which is okay, but freezing is by far the best option. Okay, so freeze the produce that you have in abundance in season. The very important tip, because especially if you freeze the produce, eat the fruit at the room temperature. Sometimes people buy a lot like me and I store them in the fridge. Let's say I buy 5 kilos of oranges. I live in Israel, so oranges are really in abundance here and I can eat them as much as I can. So I'm buying lots of oranges and I freeze them, I put them in the fridge. And then in the morning when I'm on to make a juice, they are really cold. So what I have to do, if I want to kind of experience a warm food in the morning, or at least not cold, you have to take them out of the fridge, put them in the counter for overnight, and that's when you don't have cold food. It's very, very, very important, and it makes a huge difference. So just, instead of eating them straight from the fridge, keep them outside until it reaches the room temperature, and that's when you're supposed to eat it, okay? Tip number 3, eat healthy fats. When you are living in a cold climate, you need automatically more fat. It's normal, and if someone will tell you you don't listen to them. I've been there, I know how extreme it is. Nowadays it's different because people have cars. When I was even a young girl, 18 plus, we didn't have cars. Like back then, nobody was driving a car at 18. Maybe some people, I didn't. So it was normal that you need to wait for the bus. You're freezing, absolutely freezing. The feet, the fingers are, it was hard. I'm really traumatic about this. I hated it, so that's why I'm living where I'm living right now. This is so important for me to be in a warm climate, but now it's easier. Back then, it was really hard. So you do need more fat. You do automatically. You need more fat from, good sources, from nuts, from seeds, from avocado, even, things like coconut shreds, stuff like that, stuff that are like more fruit rather olive oil and all oils, even though it's cold pressed. Better you eat nuts and seeds in its normal form, like flax seeds or sunflower seeds, rather eating or drinking sunflower oil, because it's processed. So I hope that makes sense. Use spices that warm up in general, like turmeric, cinnamon, pepper, cardamom, all kinds of different spices. It will give you a good feeling when you make some warm drink. Add something to it. You can add it to your food. It does make a difference. It actually creates something in your blood. I don't remember what, but there's a certain thing that creates this in your blood, and that's when you warm up. It's really existing. So when you eat something, it actually warms you up. Another amazing tip is to eat food from a dehydrator. Dehydrator makes your food warm, but still raw. So if you will make vegan burgers, I recommend you having my ebook, because I have so many great recipes for this. You can use a dehydrator, rather oven or even gas, and have amazing warm recipes, but still raw. This is a great tip, and you can have even lunch or dinner. You can prepare it in the afternoon. By evening you have it ready, and it's raw and it's beautiful and fresh and healthy. Another thing is about eating dry fruits and vegetables. It's still a great way, It's like if you, for example, have dates from Israel, they were picked in a season. So even though this food is imported, it still grew in season, okay? If, for example, I'm having, in Israel, tomatoes and cucumbers are really bad. And some other produces as well. But for me, it's basic. Cucumber, tomato, and lettuce. That's how you make a salad, right? That's how it goes. And here, it's really, really bad. The tomato is really bad. Recently, I found amazing tomatoes, and I'm like, I never saw huge, red, beautiful tomatoes in Israel, and that's when I'm like, wow, this is an amazing product. We don't have them normally. So when I buy these tomatoes from somewhere, still they grew in season. Someone picked them in season, even though they were transported and on the ship or whatever. They are still a beautiful produce, So if you don't have access to this, and you have access to your organic, homemade, let's say, peaches, and you dried them, eat them, or dried apples, this is your produce. Even though it's dry, it's still super healthy. So stick to the dry fruits. You have to drink more water with them because they are dry and dehydrated, but it's still a good tip to eat, your produce. So instead of making an apple jam, freeze those apples or dry those apples, and still it's your apples. Another amazing tip, and I can't express it enough, is exercise. Keep warm, make your body move, make the blood flow. It's just so important because it makes you warm. Even an hour or 2 hours after exercising, you are still much warmer. So keep active, keep moving. You don't have to do extreme, you don't have to go and run when it's minus outside. Just keep active. You can do workouts at home, you can go to the gym. Just keep active. It warms the body, it makes you feel much better. Another tip I want to say is keep warm, dress up. When I was living in Poland until I was 21. I remember being a student, and you need to be fancy. You don't put a hat on because then you put heels, because that's what I used to do. And it was just so stupid. Not only that you can't walk on the snow, you just want to look nice, and it's so stupid. Just protect yourself, protect your body. Put on yourself warm clothes, warm enough to make you feel good, rather the short jackets that are fancy and you're freezing in them. Keep warm. Put good clothes, forget about the fashion, wait with it for summer, just put and keep warm. So summarizing everything, I've been in your shoes. I know how it is to be living in a cold climate. Even now, when I am vegan for so many years, I still go back to my country, which is a cold country, and I am eating there the same way as I'm eating here. Sure, I'm living in Israel, so I have access to dates, because these are local produce. So I eat much more than stuff I can have from Poland. But for example, when I'm in Poland, I have forest fruits. which are absolutely incredible. And I am having a jar, you know, a bowl or a jar of berries, and I never have them in Israel. I don't even buy them. You know, apples in Poland are the best, and I don't even eat apples here in Israel. Like in Poland you can snack. You know, my parents have a garden, we have tomatoes, cucumbers, and this is the produce that I can be like, it's absolutely amazing. So do your best, find people that can help you with this. Meaning, if you have friends that live in the village, call her and ask her, look, I want to eat this way. I want to eat more fruits and vegetables. Do you know someone that can offer me this produce? I can pick it up by myself. Maybe then I don't have to pay the money. Maybe I can get you something instead. If you don't have money, do something else. I recently was babysitting my friend's child. She's a single mom, and she tells me, I want to pay you even a little bit. I'm like, forget about it. There's no way you're gonna pay me for babysitting your child. So she says, so at least can I make you massage? She's a yoga teacher, she's doing massages, and I'm like, you know, this is a way to do. Of course, I didn't take a massage from her, but it's just an example of what you can do. Even if you don't have the money, you can give something instead, you can give service instead, you know. So there are ways to eat healthy. If you say, there is no produce available in the store. Sure, you don't have to eat coconuts, you don't have to eat pineapples, and I don't do myself. I'm not living in a jungle. I don't have access to coconuts. Every time I buy them, they are not good. I have access to mangoes, that's what I eat, but I don't have access to fresh, you know, forest fruits, which are amazing in the summer, and I cannot freeze them. You know, my mom in Poland have a freezer. She's vegan as well. So proud of her. She's, you know, an angel, and she has frozen stuff that I don't have frozen myself in Israel because I don't have access to it. She has frozen spinach from her garden. She has berries from her garden. She has lots of pumpkin. Everything she can have in Poland that she grew in her garden. So do your best, you know, always look for those things that you can have. Never look at, oh, I'm not her, I'm not living in Israel, she's having access to those bananas and I don't, oh, that sucks and I can't do it. Find what's good inside of your country, in your area, what you know you can have. Even in the cold climate, you can have it. So be smart. The winter is finishing. Go to the summer. When you see the produce is available, buy in abundance because it's so much cheaper and it's available. And even if you think strawberries in season are still expensive, find a source to get them cheaper. Find a way, you know, find people that are thinking like you and buy in bulk, you know. You can really talk to a friend and ask if they have produce, you know, in their home. You can, there's so many ways. You know, I started this lifestyle as a student. I was a student. I had so much work and I was obsessed about my studying. You know, normally students have parties and they, you know, they do what students do. I was a serious woman. I wanted to get the results, so I was studying hard. So I was, you know, I had lots to do. I was waking up at 8, I was running because I was vegan already. I went to run, then at 10 I started school. So I was, you know, from 10 to 11:30, from 11:30 half an hour of break and until the evening, plus concerts in the evening. So I had enough, you know, on my mind to even care about making a smoothie, but I was taking a smoothie and then I was taking a juice and then I was making a salad and everything was with me and I was taking it. I was busy, I was a student, I didn't have the money, and still I maintained this lifestyle. I was in a foreign country and I maintained this lifestyle. What I was doing, I was going to a supermarket and I was telling them, look, I'm vegan, and in Israel everybody is open, and I'm sure everybody else, you can find nice people and you can say, you know, I'm vegan and I'm eating this way. If you have produce that goes bad, can I come tomorrow at 7 when you are closing the store? Maybe you can give me something for cheaper. And I was coming home with bags of food. I had so much apples, even mangoes, which were a little bit bad, or bananas. Bananas were like in abundance. Bananas are one of the best food on earth. They are the closest in its form to breast milk. So, you know, it's like for free you can have it. It's unbelievable. So these excuses are not, you know, gonna help you. Find a way. You know, I am having an opportunity to have bananas because our friend has a farm, I don't know how to say it, So we can have bananas from him, but this is not normal. I have to call him and I have to ask him, and this is uncomfortable for me, but he gives it to me for free. And I say, please, I want to pay you. He doesn't want me, but it's just sometimes he gives me those bananas, but I'm begging him. This is important for me. This is my priority in life, you know. And I encourage you, my last tip, but very important, save your money. Don't spend them on bullshit, on clothes, or, you know, something that doesn't make any sense. Save your money enough so you can go in the winter time to a warm climate. And there are destinations that are super cheap and amazing, beautiful places. If only you can do it with your work, with your kids, you know, with your family, do it. And many people suggest that, especially for deficiencies like vitamin D, you gotta have some sun. I know how it looks in Poland, I know how it looks in cold climates. You gotta get some sun, especially in the winter time. It's important to go at least 2-3 weeks to a warm country. It's not gonna cost you as much as you think. It's just about arranging, finding good locations that are cheap, and getting yourself outside. If it's summer, even if it gets a bit warmer already like April or May, go outside, get the vitamin D in you, you know, don't even put so many filters. You are not going to get sunburned so quickly. You are not going to get a cancer on your skin. You know, get out, get this vitamin, get the sunlight on your face. This is also health. This is important, especially in cold winter months. I suggest you get the ebook I have, because there are some recipes. Pretty simple. I'm not a cook. I don't really support getting 20 ingredients in one recipe to have a meal. I really think that we should have it like max 3-5 ingredients per meal. That's what I support, and that's what I think is the best. Of course, sometimes it doesn't happen, but I do my best to do as much as I can through the day to have little ingredients so my stomach has an easy time to digest, so that I'm not bloated. And that's how you help your body to stay in its best shape. But by eating simple food, you can definitely keep yourself in a beautiful shape. Just because I have access to bananas doesn't make you any worse. Just because I have sun almost every day of the year doesn't make you, less healthy. It's just about priorities. My priority will always be to live in a warm climate. I can't imagine living in Poland. I would love to. I love that place. I love my family. I want to be closer to them. But this is my priority. And now, for example, I'm supposed to go in April to Poland, but I'm bringing my family to Israel, since I live in this place. My sister came already 2 times. My other sister comes in a few days. My mom came already 2 times. That's what we do. I don't go to Poland when it's so warm. I bring my family here. That's my priority. That's our priority. I have pretty vegan family, which is such a big achievement by now for all of us. And this is our priority. We want to be in a warm climate. So I'm inviting everybody here, and you can do that too. Connect with your friends that are abroad. Maybe they can host you, maybe they can find you a cheaper place to stay. Everything is possible. It's about priorities and moving here a little bit and, making arrangement and making it happen, simply. I hope you like this video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. I'm so happy that you are here with me. Thank you for your support. I love spreading the message. And the last little thing I want to tell you, I'm an opera singer as well. Some of you may not know, but I'm also singing. And I perform for quite a lot of public already. I perform in big shows and small shows, and it's very satisfying. It's one of the things I love to do the most, to stay outside, present yourself and inspire people. But I can tell you this, what I'm doing now to share my message, to see a mother helping her child with asthma, or eczema, or anything that you can help, especially when I'm helping mothers and their kids. It's one of the most satisfying things you can possibly do in life, when you help someone. So this means a lot to me, that you watch this video, that you liked it, that you subscribe, that you support me. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and remember, everything is here. You just have to move a little bit, make arrangements, and everything is gonna work. And appreciate what you have, because you have a lot. Love you. You know just what you do.